Okay, the first thing you're gonna want to do is put your hair back in like a headband or something to keep it out of your face. And then you're going to want to apply a primer. My favorite primer is this Nivea Men Replenishing Post Shave Balm. It's actually, as you can see, aftershave balm, but it has glycerin in it, which is the same product that's in a lot of, or ingredient that's in a lot of primers. It's the agent that helps kind of your foundation stick to your skin in primers. So it works really well for that, and it's only $5 for that big bottle, so that's a big plus. So what I do is I just take it and put it all over my face and then rub it in really well. And then I'm going to grab some regular old Scotch tape and put a piece on the back of my hand just to take the tackiness away because I don't want it to rip my eye skin off when I put it on there. So I take it and put it on the back of my hand and then take it from there and put it onto my eye. And this is going to give us a really nice place for our eyeshadow to cut off. That way it's not blended out too far on one side. Okay, now I'm going to take this Face Secrets foundation brush and some concealer. I like to use the Maybelline Master concealer in the lightest shade. That way it's a little lighter than my skin tone. And I just dot this onto my eyes. I like to use this as an eyeshadow primer just to keep my eyeshadow sticking onto my eye all day because I cannot stand it when my eyeshadow creases. So I find that this really helps. So I just take it, dot it on there, and then use this brush to blend it out really well. Okay, now I'm taking this Morphe M441 blending brush and my Morphe 35OM eyeshadow palette and taking this tan sort of color that matches my skin tone and applying that evenly over that concealer. That way that the concealer itself doesn't crease. The concealer and that together will definitely keep my eyeshadow from creasing all day long. The reason mine does that so bad is because I have really oily skin, so my oily eyelids cause that, and this concealer will keep the oil from seeping through. Any eyeshadow palette you have that has a tan shade that matches your skin tone will do for this. Okay, so now using that same brush and that same eyeshadow palette, I'm going to take a tan shade that is probably 2 shades darker than my skin tone right there to show you. And like I said, any shade, any eyeshadow palette will work as long as it's, just a tan shade that's not too much darker. Then I'm going to fluff that into my crease and use it as my transition shade. Purpose for this is just to keep the darker shade that I add in a minute from going straight from that darker shade to the color of the skin under my eyebrow, because I feel like that looks a little tacky sometimes. I do this just to keep it from looking too drag queen-like, I guess you could say. Okay, and now taking another blending brush, the Morphe M433, back into that same eyeshadow palette and using a brown burgundy type shade. I'm going to take this shade here and fluff it into the crease as well, just below that tan shade that I just done. You don't have to worry about being super clean with this because we are going to blend it again afterwards. So just fluff it into the crease there, and then once you've done that, you bring it down towards your eyelashes onto your actual lid. using the Morphe M501 blending brush, I'm going to take that same tan transition shade that we used a moment ago and blend out any harsh lines we may have created when using the crease shade. Okay, now using my finger, I'm going to dip into the white shade in this palette. Any white color will do. I'm going to take this and pack this onto the inner corner of my lid and blend it out really nicely into the brown burgundy shade we used for our crease. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and remove the tape, and you can see there how it made a nice sharp line for your eyeshadow to stop. You need to remove any excess that may have seeped under the tape with your finger. And then what I'm going to do next is actually take that Morphe M501 brush again and blend out those edges just a little bit, because we're not wearing any eyeliner today and this is a super simple everyday sweatpants kind of look. You don't want them to be as sharp, but when you use winged eyeliner, these sharp lines look awesome. So that's what I'm doing here, is just blending those lines out just a bit. Okay, and now we're going to do our foundation. My favorite is this Fit Me Dewy Smooth. I have oily skin, so I don't really know why it works so well for me, but it really does. I like liquid foundations better because of the brush that I use, which is the Morphe M439. I just pour a little bit onto the top of the brush and then dot it all over my face and blend it out really well. The reason I like to do my eyeshadow before I do my foundation is just in case I have any eyeshadows fall off of the brush onto my cheeks. I don't want them to fall onto foundation that I've just done. So I like to do the eyeshadow first for that reason. Okay, now taking that Maybelline Master Conceal again, I'm going to dot a little bit under both of my eyes to brighten up my under eyes. This should take away my dark circles. I also like to put a little bit on my chin and blend some down the bridge of my nose to brighten up those places as well. This is why I use a concealer that is lighter than my skin tone. This NYX HD Studio Photogenic Finishing Powder, I am going to powder my face. It is a loose powder, so you have to be super careful with it. Make sure you tap the top so that none of it comes all over the place when you open it. It looks white in the container, but that's because it is a translucent powder, so it really has no color to it at all once you place it on your face. I like to use this brush that is from Face Secrets to do it with. It is a blush brush, but it works great for this. This powder is everything to me. I have super oily skin, as I've already told you, so I get shiny really easily, and before I was using the Fit Me powder and I had to powder my face multiple times throughout the day to keep my face from getting super oily, but this stays all day long. It's awesome. Okay, now using the Morphe M432 brush and a color in this eyeshadow palette that matches my eyebrows, I'm going to fill them in. I have one eyebrow that has a really nice arch, which is that one there, and then I have another that is really not arched. So in this eyebrow, all I do is basically fill in the spots that are lacking some hairs, and then on the other eyebrow, I fill them in and sort of create an arch. Okay, now taking this Hoola bronzer from Benefit, I'm going to contour. I'm just going to use the brush that is in the package that it comes in. It's just a tiny little flat brush that's good for this. Now when it comes to contouring, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pull your hair back and take a look at where your ear is at, the top of your ear. That's where you're going to want to start, and then you're going to kind of want to bring it down. That's how you're going to carve out your cheekbones. So you can see me doing that there. Basically, I just place a little bit of the product. With this product, you want to be super careful if you use this because it is very pigmented and you don't want a crazy amount on your face. So I'm going to do that and then also repeat that process onto the other ear. And then after that, you're going to see me taking a different brush, which is the Morphe M523, and blending that out because you want that to blend out super well. And then once I'm finished with that, I'm also going to take that same brush that I'm using there to blend that out with and a different bronzer to actually bronze my forehead because this bronzer is super dark and I don't want to put it onto my forehead. Like I said, I have a small forehead, so using it with it probably would make it look a little crazy. So once I grab that bronzer and do my forehead, we will move on to blush. Okay, now using the Morphe E4 brush and the Fit Me blush in Deep Coral 306, I am going to put blush onto my cheeks. This blush is really good for everyday looks because it is a super light blush, which is something you would want when doing a natural look. Okay, now taking this Morphe M438, I'm going to apply this NYX highlighter. It looks pink in the packaging, but it's actually not. It shows up gold on the skin. So I'm going to take that and place it on the tops of my cheekbones, the tip of my nose, and also on my Cupid's bow. Taking this angled liner brush from Sephora, I'm going to dip back into that burgundy brown shade that we used in our crease and place that underneath my waterline. Going to apply the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara on my top and bottom lashes. If you've not tried this mascara, it is awesome. It is a little pricey, but it is the best mascara I have ever found. Okay, now taking this cream lipstick from NYX's Liquid Suede line. This is the color Soft Spoken. I'm going to apply this onto my lips. This color works really well with this eyeshadow look. I feel like it matches really well. I like to do the insides of my lip with this product first before doing the outer edges, just because when it comes out of the tube, it has a lot of product on the wand, so I don't want it to apply too much on the outer edges, because then it can get a little messy. Okay, that's it guys. Now you're ready to just take your headband or whatever you have in your hair out, and you're ready to go for the day. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you did. And until next time, bye!